Hey patrons, this is Jana here, and that's I think Grover behind me. He's one of the little boys who's weaning. All right, I promised you a farm update, so let's take a tour. It's my boy Tommy. He's the best dog ever. And yeah, I know if he can fit through a gate like that, I bet the coyotes can too. All right, as you can see, things are a little muddy this morning. We had quite a storm last night. We had 84 hundredths of an inch in about an hour, which that's a lot for us. So things are a little wet and muddy. Also, it's the end of the first week in July. This is when I usually put the bull in. So we did that this afternoon. I had the kids help me move him. So there's some action going on here in the corral. We try to time it so we don't have calves too early in the spring. Because if you've been a patron for a while, you saw the crappy weather we had in April and the blizzards and stuff. So the darkest red one there in the middle, that's our bull. His name is Jalapeno, and he is pretty interested right now because he's only been in here for about 30 minutes with the girls. So he's just seeing what's what and who's who. And here's the little babies. That's Varric in the front. He will likely become a steer. He doesn't quite have the genetics required to sell as a bull calf. However, Victor, the one he's broadside to you, he really does. I have a guy in Montana who's interested in purchasing him to be his herd sire. So we'll see how he finishes growing. He's only about 3 months now. So we'll see. In the other pasture on the south side here, these are the steers. I don't like to put them in with everyone else right now because they will inhibit Jalapeno from doing his job. Because although they are obviously not fertile, they think they are. So 2 of these will be going to the freezer in August. And we are certainly thankful for that. All right, let's move on and go look at the goats. And I'll show you what he thinks he's a big boy. I'll show you what's up with the goats. Oh, he's interested in Tommy. That's funny. All right, there's a lot of ruckus going on here because these little boys are being weaned and they're not super happy about that. This is Frodo. He's a 2 or 3-year-old, I forget, wether, meaning he's infertile, but he's a pasture buddy. He just helps keep everybody company while they're weaning. So we have 7 little boys in here and they are weaning and then will be sold shortly as either herd sires for other people or as wethers, meaning castrated males for pets. All right, so in between here, we'll take a quick look at the garden. All these tubs are, I know it seems ridiculous, but this is what I use. They are cattle mineral tubs that I got from neighbors and my sister who lives on a cattle ranch. Anyway, they're just big tubs and I use them to turn upside down over the top of my tomatoes to help keep the hail from hurting them. So last night's storm totally would have ravaged this tomato, for example. And you can see there's starting to be a little blossom right there. So thankfully I had these tubs. And I don't have enough tubs to protect everything, but at least some of them. You can see some of them are pretty bedraggled and sad looking from a previous hail last week. Like that one's pretty sad looking. But then a couple of the ones here in the middle are better. But we have over 100 tomato plants, so we're trying to do the best we can to save as many as we can. Right, and you're like, well, why do I need so many tomato plants? Well, because I make, I don't know, last year I think I did about 30 quarts of salsa. We do all our own spaghetti sauce. We do all our own pizza sauce, as well as regular stewed tomatoes for, you know, for chili, goulash, things like that. And these beds up here, I have some corn. Back there, some corn, and all over here. And then I have a few peppers going as well. The reason I have corn up here is because I have some other crops way down over there, like my green beans and stuff are in a separate place. Because you have to rotate your stuff. And then the other thing is those lighter colored plants down there, that's a vineyard. We have about 6 rows of grapes. We did not put those in. The grapes were here when we moved in. Honestly, I probably would not have planted a vineyard. They're dry wine-making grapes, which is fine. I'm not really a wine gal. Obviously, I'm more of a whiskey gal. You guys know that. I have made grape juice. So the vineyard's pretty neglected right now just because right? I have too many other things to do, and the grapes are really not a priority. All right, let's go see the baby girl goats. Okay, these are all the girls. This is Sweet Pea. She has two, she had two doelings and one boy, and her two girls, that's one, the tricolored one, that's Rosie, that's one of hers. The one behind belongs to someone else, but so she's still nursing two of her three babies. But we had to separate the boys from the girls because Nigerian dwarf goats are year-round breeders, and the boys can be fertile at like 9 weeks. So we needed to get the boys out of here so we didn't have a whoopsie. So this is Sweet Pea. These are her two girls right here. The black one, her name is Minnie. Okay, Minnie is one of my best milkers. She's super tame, really easy on the stand. She knows her job. This is Grove. You've met her before. She came from a place that names everything after apples. They're magic apple Nigerian dwarf. So her name is Grove, and she's learning to milk. She's been a little challenging. And she had twins. She had two boys, so they're both weaning. So now I'm milking her, and she has no babies nursing right now. Poppy, this one here, her two little girls are Ingrid and Ivy, and that's one, and her other little girl I think is outside. She had two girls and one boy, so her one boy is weaning. Anyway, I'm milking three. So I'm milking Minnie right here, Grove. She's learning. She's been kind of a challenge this week. We're also milking Cupcake, this one here. She's an older doe. She and Minnie are both older. I think they're 6 or 7. You know, they know the deal. So we have 7 little girls. We ended up with 7 girls and 7 boys. So doelings and bucklings. Lots of really good colors. So in the coming weeks, everyone's going to be weaned and hopefully sold. And that'll help pay for my hay expenses this coming fall. We have one little barn baby right now. I have no idea well, I think I know whose mama is. I'm not sure what happened to anybody else she might have been born with, but she's probably about 8 weeks old, and we named her Clementine. She's not very tame. I can sometimes catch her, and then she's fine once I catch her, but she's not super tame. We have one baby kitty at the moment. Okay, so as you can see, there's always a ton of stuff to be done. I'm always behind on the weeding and the mowing and the grass, and I mean, it's all just ridiculous. But, you know, we just do the best we can. But I wanted to give you a little update and let you know how much I really, really appreciate your support of Pearl Together. I think you guys are fantastic. I wouldn't be able to do this without you week in and week out. So thank you so much for your continued support. All right, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. And next, I will include just some brief footage and some photographs of the storm we have last night. It was pretty fantastic and pretty, I guess, pretty humbling and awe-inspiring and beautiful and scary all at the same time. All right, hope to see you at the retreat. Take care.